Jerry Metcalf was a multi-threat weapon. His all-purpose yardage production during the prime of his career is unparalleled in NFL history, yet he flew under the radar because he played in a small media market and with a team that did not win a playoff game during his tenure. His awesome production came from rushing, receiving, punt returns, kickoff returns, and even passing. He was the third player to score a touchdown 5 different ways in one season. Here he flashes his skills as a receiver. Here's a perfect strike from Metcalf to speed burner Mel Gray in Week 6 of the 1975 season. Jim Brown said that running backs who return kicks or punts get too much taken out of them to perform well over the long haul when performing running back duties. So this tells us that Metcalf was exceptionally talented and durable because he did what nobody else could do. Gale Sayers had 2,000 plus yards each of his first 2 years in the league. But he turned the trick from 1967 through 1972. In 1973, OJ had 2,073 all-purpose yards, with 2,003 coming via the rush. In 1974, Mac Heron broke Sayers' record with 2,444 yards. Metcalf led the NFL and set the record in 1975 while finishing third in 1974. He's the only player to gain 2,000 plus all-purpose yards in a 14-game season 3 times. In 1974's Week 4 tilt, Metcalf gave the 49ers a San Francisco treat. Cowboys' Efren Herrera undoubtedly thought twice about kicking down the middle of the field after this sizzling Metcalf return. When you finish second and third in the MVP voting ahead of superstars like Roger Staubach, Franco Harris, Bob Greasy, Chuck Foreman, and Ken Anderson, and you're not a household name, that's being underrated. During the Cardinals' 28 years playing in St. Louis, they made the playoffs only 4 times. The first time in 1964 doesn't really count, because it was the playoff bowl game which decided third place in the NFL's final standings. In 1982, they made the playoffs, but that was tainted too because it was the player strike year when only 9 games were won the tough NFC Eastern Division both years over perennial powerhouses Dallas and Washington. Cardinals ran out of a full house backfield and Metcalf high-stepped into the end zone. When Terry Metcalf scored to complete a 26-14 victory, it clinched the NFC Eastern Division title, their first division title since 1948 when they were located in Chicago. On Thanksgiving Day 1975, there was an NFL game played without either the Detroit Lions or Dallas Cowboys playing. And Terry Metcalf found yet another way to pick up valuable yardage and put his team in a position to pick up another 6 points. Metcalf played a lot of games each season on artificial turf. While the hard rug surface suited his hard-cutting running style and enabled his excellent speed to be showcased, the playing surface was also conducive to sustaining a variety of injuries that wouldn't necessarily occur if he had played on a much softer and forgiving grass field. It's amazing that he only missed 3 games during the 4 years depicted in this video, 1974 through 1977. As so many NFL coaches say, the best ability is durability, and Metcalf certainly demonstrated that despite all the touches that he received in this time frame. Because Metcalf also returned kickoffs and punts, in addition to his running back duties, the Cardinals were able to add 1 or 2 more players to their already tight roster limit, which in 1975 was only 43 players. So this is another reason that Metcalf provided value to the Cardinals. 1974 playoff game at Minnesota, Metcalf made a great catch for 29 yards. And he scored on this 11-yard run. Next year in the Cardinals playoff game against the Rams, he took this kickoff 67 yards. The arrival of Hall of Fame head coach Don Coryell was a huge reason for the Cardinals' success in the mid-70s, but his dynamic offensive playbook would not have resulted in the level of production if not for Terry Metcalf. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and share it with a friend. As always, thank you for watching.